Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more Marvel Snap content. I have a video for you today. I'm going to crash out just a little bit here, but that's okay. We're going to be talking about the 2/2 Polaris Horseman of Pestilence that just dropped today, and honestly, in short, don't think she's worth it, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, and we'll talk about how I think in the future this could be a better unit. So, Polaris. Series 5 card, by the way. She's a 2/2. And her objective is, cards in play are inflicted with -5 power. Put a card from your hand here. Okay, so, sounds all good, great, fantastic. You know, it sounds good. It sounds good. It does. But there's issues with this. And we'll talk about those issues. So, one of the issues is that it's not targeted, so you don't know what you're pulling. I think that's the biggest thing with this card, is that it's just not targeted, and it's going to be lacking because of that. 2, you have to realize whenever you pull something with this card that you have no control of whatever it is, unless your hand has like 1 or 2 cards left in it. 3, there are going to be some games where you just don't play this card because you don't draw this card, or you won't play this card because you have nothing left in your hand, because usually affliction decks are kind of low to the ground for the most part, unless you're doing something kind of crazy with it. And then 4, she can cook you because she pulls the wrong thing out of your hand and it completely throws the game, right? So now we kind of like explains in a points manner of like what she could do for you or what she cannot do for you. I'm gonna crash out a bit because I really wanted to like this unit. I really wanted to like this unit. Her art's amazing. She sounds decent on paper, but in play, she's awful. She did one thing for me today that was actually kind of amazing out of 3 hours, and I learned some stuff about that, by the way, and I absolutely despise this card at the moment. Now, to be fair, it's not her fault. Completely. It's not. It's user error, user missing Series 5 cards, it's a little on me. It's a little on me. I fully admit it's a little on me, because you definitely need cards for this unit to make her work, right? You definitely need a way to use this card and have things that are worth pulling out of your freaking hand, but it's not completely on me too, because I know how this card functions. I get the idea how this card functions, and at the moment, it's kind of, it's a struggle, because like the reward that you're pulling into your hand is really coming down to like what kind of deck you're building and like what you're looking forward to pull on whatever turn it is you're trying to pull, right? Now, okay, I'm good. Let's talk about it. She's a 2 cost. That's fantastic, okay? Being a 2 cost card is great for an affliction deck. Don't have many that we can play outside of like USA Agent and like Scorpion. I will say this. You're not playing her on turn 2. You're not. You don't want to play her on turn 2. You're aiming to play her a little later. You want to play her with, like, Hazmat on turn 5. Yeah, that's good. That'd be great, because then you can organize your hand and kind of have a way to have a better set of options to pull out with her, right? So turn 5 Hazmat feels pretty good with her. Synergies. Cards that I love with this unit. I like Chameleon with this unit. Not to Chameleon her. No. So, for example, let's say you have all your afflictions already set up, right? It's turn 4, all your afflictions are good to go, she's ready to go. Turn 5, you play her, you play a Diamondback next to her, and if you pull a Chameleon, you double down on your Diamondback. That is really good. Right? I think whenever you can double down on a card you're playing next to her on that turn 5 or whatever it is, what turn you're doing it on, like if you're pulling if you pull her, you pull an Ajax with her, or you play, I don't know how you do it, like maybe this is turn 7, you play her, you play Ajax, you pull the Chameleon to double down your Ajax. Awesome. Whenever you can clone a card that you want with her, for example, Hazmat, Diamondback, in the future, Scorpion. Imagine pulling 2 Scorpions with her. Holy crap. Like, essentially anything that you pull, or put next to her, and you are able to have the ability to clone it with a Chameleon, the payoff is there. It feels really good. It feels a little greedy, but it does feel quite nice. But there's also an opposite side of this. Whenever you play her, and you pull something that could hurt you, that feels really bad. So you really do need to have a way to train your hands to have the most optimal play possible and have a higher chance of success with her, right? I already said this could be user error, 100%. Maybe it's just the lack of cards. Like, I know what deck I'm kind of aiming for now with her that I've used her. I do think she's going to be in that finalized version for whatever deck it is that I'm building, because I do think she's valuable. I do. She just pisses me off at the moment due to lack of cards and lack of cards that we need in the future, or lack of cards that we don't have in the future. Like, Scorpion. Scorpion's gonna be huge if you pull her. Scorpion's gonna be so good. Not gonna spoil it what he does if you don't want to know, but just know, brand new day Scorpion. He's gonna cook. Anyway, I also try using Strife in this kind of setup because you have a lot of on reveals. And my deck build isn't great. Don't copy my deck build. I was just experimenting a lot, and which so I'm gonna cut to another thing and show you a deck that I think she's gonna look really good into. So, speaking of, we're gonna go and do that. That last card there, the 6/7, that's Scorpion. I'm not gonna reveal what he does, unless you don't care. Then, like, fantastic. Just look it up in the just look, ask someone, or like just you know. He's an affliction card, okay? Anyway, something like this. I think something like this could be pretty optimal. So we have Deafening Chord. If you have Red Guardian, I think Red Guardian is also a really good play. You could probably just cut Scorpion from your deck for Red Guardian. It kind of just depends. As long as you have a way to deal with Luke Cage, you're going to be a lot better off, right? So Deafening Chord, just in case they play Luke Cage, we can deal with it. That's one option. It's a cheap option. Silver Sable, she's still 2 power. We like that. Polaris is another cheap card that we just use later on to drop. We have Scorpion, Luke Cage, Chameleon, Diamondback, Hazmat, Anti-Venom, Ajax, Gore, and then the new Scorpion. So we have plenty of Affliction. Plenty of Affliction. I think you can still cut Scorpion out for Red Guardian if you really need to. That's fine. That's fine, guys. That's fine. That'd be good. That'd be good. Trust. I don't really love the. I don't really love the Scorpion. It kind of just sets you. He's just there because I didn't really have any other options. If I had a Man Thing or like a like honestly, if I had like a Man Thing or a USA Agent, those would probably be something more preferable for me, just so you can actually like have a way to do it. I think Man Thing's actually like super good, by the way. You could go with Man Thing as well. I think Man Thing would be really good if you could find out like where you'd put him. For now, I guess we just got that and just put this in. Remove this. Okay, he's in the deck. What'd we cut? I don't know what we cut. But anyway, you could go Man Thing, you could go as USA Agent. You know, Chameleon, I think, is a good pick grab. Just if you do put something next to Polaris and you do pull the Chameleon, you can double down on it. It's a little greedier. You could totally cut this later. Like, if you wanted to cut that for that Scorpion, you could. I kind of liked it, though. It felt kind of good, right? Like, it felt kind of good, right? So that was, like, the reason I kept it there. Luke Cage is missing. We need Lukey Pookie, unfortunately. So, like, you know, it could look like this, too. I think this would be something that would probably be usable. At least this way, if you pull anything, you won't hate your life. Unless you pull something completely pointless in that moment. It kind of depends, like, when you play your Polaris, right? But I do think something like this could look pretty powerful. With all these big units, you could even bring, like... I can't even think what it is. You could bring something to because like you have Anti-Venom that could technically pull like a Man Thing or an Ajax, make your deck cheaper, or like discount your things, right? You have Polaris to pull something big as well. This is a little bit greedier, but you have 2 ways to get something to the field for free at least. So it kind of works. It just kind of depends, like because like essentially Polaris is just replacing Malekith, and the difference between her and Malekith is that Malekith is targeted to I think 3 cost cards. And she can technically pull anything from your hand, so it would work better for if you're going bigger, right? So I do think Polaris is going to be a unit that ages better in the future, after July. As of right now, I just find her to be awkward due to lack of, like, options for myself. You know, not having anti-venom, not having man-thing, not having gore, not having these... Dude, gore would be sick as Pole for, because, like, he'd be a pretty sizable unit. Just, you know, just ways to make this work. Also, I like Chameleon in the deck. Chameleon feels really good as a second pull with her, but, like, it is greedier. So, in short, should you use your coins on Polaris? She's not doing anything the deck doesn't already do. You can just use Malekith and then use Anti-Venom. And this deck would probably perform exactly the same. It's very little changes. The only difference is you can get a little greedier with Polaris. A little greedier. But that's it. She doesn't do anything that revolutionizes Afflict. That will be Scorpion in July. That will be Scorpion. Scorpion will absolutely be cooking in July. Polaris is a nice 2-drop. I will say Polaris is a nice 2-drop, but it's another. It's really you're not playing her in 2. It's just not. I mean, you could if you have nothing else to play. You could play her in 2, but then you have to keep in consideration. You can get Cosmic Ghost Rider. You can get Red Guardian. You can get Deafening Chord. You can get countered if you play her too early. You kind of want to play her in that turn where you're pulling out something with her, right? So it does come down to that. But anyways, I talked enough. I'm going to go ahead and show some games I played with her with my Copium deck. You can kind of see how she functions and how she plays. And decide for yourself. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all later.